How many men can stay with a barren woman for the rest of their lives without remarrying? How many men can turn down a job opportunity overseas or maybe abroad because they have this woman they so love, or they have family that they wouldn't wish to leave behind? How many men? How many men can actually stay with an ailing woman, maybe from chronic diseases, or just maybe she got an accident and she's now paralyzed, or maybe she's on a wheelchair. She requires constant care and support and love. How many men can stay with such a woman for the longest period of time without getting bored, without getting tired, without remarrying, without running away? How many men? How many men can actually keep living with their wives upon discovering that the first child and the last child doesn't belong to them? They are raising somebody else's children. How many men, upon discovering that their wives cheated on them, can continue with that relationship? No, I love him, I love her so much. This is the love of my life. We have come from far. One wrong cannot make a right, or one right can never all those things. And now everybody has their own weaknesses, so you should focus on the good side of. How many men can pardon their women for doing the things such as those? Actually, I'm told that men reason logically, while women are more of emotional. They make decisions basing on their emotions. They are more of intuitive than men who are logical. That is why when a man never settles for less. Let me put it that way. A man never settles for less. A man always puts himself first. A man never compromises. That is why when he wants nyash it is, he will get. When he wants a working woman, working lady it is. When he wants a short, a pimp, a slender, a big woman, that is exactly what he will go for. He will not consider, we have come from far. This woman, she supported me when I had nothing. This woman was there for me, and she has given birth to very nice children, and those kids are so intelligent, and this woman knows me inside out, and she has forgiven me for very many times for cheating on her. Therefore, I'm not doing anything to harm her, to hurt her. I will stick by her. He will not think twice when he wants something. He will not consider. Sometimes some men will never consider who you are or what role you have played in their lives up to where they are and how many times you've forgiven them. They'll just first go into it, get whatever it is that they want because they're so logic. After that is when they come back to their senses and start apologizing. So how many men can forgive or pardon their wives for the things that their wives pardon them for? So on the other hand, a woman is more emotional, and that tends to make her compromise a lot. She compromises a lot. She tends to settle for less. She tends to take the second place in almost everything because she thinks it's okay, because that is how God created us, with a tender heart of forgiving many times and a grace period to people who we love and care about. It is not bad. it depends with each and every woman's strength. Whereas somebody else or some woman somewhere cannot entertain a lot of things that are bad things from a man. Some women actually tend even to raise kids that do not belong to them. From a man who sleeps around, yet he is married and does his own things and he doesn't have a job, and now he has a job, and this woman was feeding him all along, and now he gets a job and gets married to somebody else. Or this woman goes overseas and finds a job and keeps sending money to her husband, hoping that he's educating the children and building a home, only to come and realize that this man has proposed to another woman and they're planning for a wedding with his wife's money. Haven't you ever heard of such stories? They are logic. They are so logic. Hey. So it is not bad to compromise, but sometimes we need to think about ourselves. We cannot pour from an empty cup. It depends also on the situation. If the situation is a give and take, that is better, that is okay, that is fine. In fact, that is the right relationship to be in. But if you find yourself in a place where you keep compromising, you keep being in the second place or the last place, you keep settling for less, then actually you are lost. We are created with too much emotions, actually to help us reason and know which situations to persevere and which ones just to exit because they may affect our being. Therefore, actually, we also need to upgrade. We also need to not settle for less. It is a woman who will ask her parents not to disturb her man because of dowry. At least let him be. Let us just get married, mom and dad. Let's just get married. I've looked for a man for a very long time. Now what do you want me to do? I love him. I know he's a good man. He will find his way and just bring something to appreciate you as my parents. She can come through that way. And there are a lot more. It's a woman who can give up her job just to come and stay back at home with her children, depending and just hoping that the man will still be kind on her, will still respect her role in his life, and will still take care of all of them as a family. She's the one who can give up her job to come and take care of the family. Therefore, before you enter into any serious relationship, I hope you get to consider yourself so that you have a full cup that will be able to overrun or rather pour into others. But if you keep giving without realizing, it is not bad to give. It's not bad to compromise, but it depends with the situation. Because in compromising, we also get to do things that we are created for and things that are beneficial to us also. We get to take care of our children. We get just to have a family. We get a lot of good things. But if we overdo it, then we stand a chance of losing ourselves and whatever it is that we are dying for, or whatever it is that we are so much working hard for. So learn as a woman to know when to compromise. Learn as a woman to know when to come in the second place. Learn as a woman to put yourself first. You need to study situations where you need to accept, to compromise, to forgive, to give the grace period, to understand. And some situations also, you actually need to put yourself first and consider yourself. Very petty things at home, in your relationship, at your workplace, in your family. Just know when to compromise, when to settle for less because you're hoping that it turns out to be better, and when to put yourself in the first place or the second place. It is a blessing and at the same time a little bit of a curse, but it will be more of a blessing if we know how to use and tap into this gift that God gave to us. Hey, what am I saying? I hope you have found something.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.